Well, thank you, Malini, for that very kind introduction. Good evening, everybody. Good evening. It's been a great pleasure to be here, and I must say that I was very moved by Ruaz's story about his amazing experience and how he's a lesson for all of us in terms of forgiveness and generosity and overall growth. Well, since I joined the US government a year and a half ago, I have made speeches and remarks in many different locations on different continents, perhaps a couple of hundred times. But few occasions have given me greater pleasure than the opportunity today to say a few words about a remarkable and luminous person and a dear friend, Lata Krishnan. So thank you, Asif, for inviting me and giving me this opportunity. Lata and I met many years ago, and one of our first projects that we worked together was to introduce computer education in schools in Trivandrum in southern India. And I know there are a number of people here who are familiar with that part of the country. Since then, her energy and passion to help the less fortunate has kept me, like so many others, in so many cities, in this country and in India, in her orbit. I have seen how strong a leader Lata is, how persuasive, and how she's rigorous about maintaining high standards and getting things done. Now, this is not surprising, as Lata came into philanthropy from a very successful career as an entrepreneur and executive. She and her husband Ajay Shah, who's also with us today, founded an enormously successful Silicon Valley company, Smart Modular Technologies. They took Smart public with Lata as CFO and Ajay as CEO. And that was just the start of a string of accomplishments as entrepreneurs, investors, and board members. Lata has been a pioneer in many ways, and I'll just give you two examples. She was one of the first female executives to crack the list of the highest compensated in Silicon Valley, and this was probably over 20 years ago. She has pursued, with the American India Foundation, a model, a concept of how the diaspora can support development in India in a very organized and professional way. So the whole idea of bringing professional and organized philanthropy to the Indian diaspora is something that Lata is a complete pioneer in. The American India Foundation, which she chairs, has impacted 2.5 million lives in India. The AIF delivers innovative programs that create transformation at scale, whether it is to promote digital education, help rickshaw pullers become owners, or provide education to the children of migrant laborers. Lata and Ajay are indeed a remarkable couple. To say that they are a power couple, indeed one of Silicon Valley's finest, would be a very inadequate description of who they are. On account of their accomplishments, and more importantly, for all the good that they've done, they're widely admired. What is nice is that with all the recognition that they receive, they remain grounded and very real. And, as I know very well, they're always up for a good time, ready to embrace and enjoy life at every level. In conclusion, let me recall the words of the Bible in the chapter of Luke. To whom much is given, much is expected. These words capture the imperative of philanthropy. Today, we honor Lata as one who lives and spreads this credo. Lata.